Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Virgo May 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, first thing up is as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Taurus from the 1st until the 21st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on philosophy, religion, higher education, publishing, in-laws, grandchildren, traveling abroad, expanding or broadening one's horizons, going outside the box, so to speak. Given that this is Taurus energy, this may be done very methodical, deliberate, very plotting fashion, but with a lot of persistence, perseverance, and patience as well. Taurus energy, unlike say Gemini, of course, is very deliberate. It's very plotting. It goes rather slowly but very steadily, and it could be a focus on stability and many 9th house matters at this time as well. Anyway, in some cases, this might shine a light, so to speak, on an in-law or grandchild with a case of the stubborns or some obstinacy with one or both these people or kind of people or what have you, in-laws and grandchildren, perhaps maybe both. Anyway, well, the next thing up is as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Gemini from the 21st until the 31st, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, this could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's career, status, recognition, notoriety, public image, reputation, the dominant parent, which is often the father, success, could be attaining success, authority figures, or even attaining a position of authority. Now, given that this is a Gemini energy, this could be done with a lot of variety, versatility, could be done also in a very animated and spirited fashion, but at the same time, remember that Gemini energy could be very scattered, so you might find yourself focusing on a wide divergence of these 10th house matters and trying to do too many things practically simultaneously. So just remember, it's very important to just really try to stay focused on one thing at a time. It's hard when you're talking about Gemini energy though, but anyway, and also too, this could be done. I mean, Gemini energy, of course, could be it's a lot of talking. So also guard against talking about doing a lot of these 10th house matters and more about, maybe actually following through on it, because, you understand that talk can be cheap. So anyway. Well, the next thing up is there will be a new moon in Taurus on May 4th, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. You may find yourself embarking on perhaps a new Taurus type of higher education course. It could be something starting, learning about perhaps architecture or agriculture or something connected with finance, such as stockbroker work or becoming a financial advisor. Anything that could be Taurus related. It could be something also as far as Taurus goes, something with anything that could be connected with a money-filled banking, anything associated with Taurus. It could simply be about starting to have more stability, perhaps in your religion, or maybe starting a stable connection more with a grandchild or an in-law, or it could be with a Taurus in-law, rekindling a connection with a Taurus in-law or grandchild, or one could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Taurus characteristics. And it could be too where you might begin a Taurus-like long-distance journey. It could be something that might be connected. It might be one that's very peaceful, or one where you begin to learn maybe about the geology, maybe something with geology or archaeology connected with the country that you go in, but one way or another, it could likely be very peaceful. And you might be, at least at the start, Taurus energy could be very ponderous as well. It could be this time where you begin to maybe ponder certain things connected with your ninth house, such as your religion, your philosophy, and maybe beginning pondering about expanding your horizons, going outside the box, or it could simply be starting something, beginning a Taurus type publication, such as something with archaeology, architecture, anything with finance, anything connected with values or peace or money, anything that could be Taurus related, something that's connected with things perhaps that are enduring, that could last for a good time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Scorpio on May 18th. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, in some cases, this could be about the end of some Scorpio type of communication. It could be, or it could be one that it was very, perhaps very intense, or maybe a Scorpio writing comes to a completion at this time. It could be something connected with the occult, with astrology, alchemy, something that was maybe a mystery writing, something connected, associated perhaps with psychology or psychiatry, transformation. In some cases, this could manifest in a transformation that's completed, maybe in how you're speaking one way or another. And also when you're talking about full moon in astrology, it could be a time when one becomes tired, exasperated, full, perhaps in this case of maybe a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor that might have been, you see is overly surreptitious or sarcastic or caustic, even mischievous, and maybe vengeful to some degree, overly secretive at this time. And in some cases too, this could be about the unveiling or revelation, maybe in some cases of something that's nefarious or criminal or sinister connected with a neighbor or something going on in your neighborhood, or it could be something associated with a perhaps with a cousin, a neighbor, a sibling, somebody that's prominent in your short journeys. Perhaps there's somebody you may have known in your early education. That something very dark and deep might come out, and something third house related. So anyway, well, the next thing up is, as far as May goes, Mercury will be in Aries from the 1st until the 6th, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, you might find yourself talking about maybe something Aries, that could be Aries related with surgery or your legacy. Even it could be talking about getting something surgical done on the face or the head, and also about maybe communicating about leaving a legacy of being very courageous, maybe fearless, being somebody that will stand up for others, and somebody that has certain assertiveness and aggression as well, and not wasting time or procrastinating on things. Also too, again, Mercury can be also about siblings. This could be about Aries siblings. It could be Aries sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aries traits that might figure strongly in a shared resources situation, a transformation, even some cases maybe a crisis situation. It could be, as far as crisis especially, or shared resources, it could be whether they're to your detriment or they're beneficial. A lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects as makes the points in your chart. An adverse aspect to Saturn, say, could be where they might actually be to your detriment and maybe cause some sorrow or some dejection in 8th house matters. And also too, this could be about at this time where you're very really spontaneous in your thinking and very outspoken in your communications with 8th house people. It could be with, say, somebody you're in an intimate or sexual relationship with, or a shared resources situation with. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Taurus as far as May goes from the 6th until the 21st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, you might find yourself learning things by having things demonstrated visually in a higher education course, perhaps, or your post-high school learning. It could be also manifest in Taurus siblings. It could be Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant people, or ones that embody Taurus characteristics. Might figure more prominently in your philosophy, your higher education, your religion, going outside the box, so to speak, expanding your horizons. And also might be a period where you might be formulating, perhaps you're mentally formulating financial ideas at this time, which might help you in terms of maybe your higher education, or maybe providing money perhaps for publishing something at this time, or even traveling abroad. Hold on a moment, people. This could even manifest in talking about maybe having more persistent conversations with in-laws, grandchildren, people that are ninth house related. So anyway, well, next thing up is Mercury will be in Gemini as far as May goes, from the 21st until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. You might find yourself talking and communicating about manifold, perhaps career-related matters, and maybe talking about many different things with the dominant parent, which is often the father. This could also be about Gemini siblings. It could be Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Gemini characteristics that might figure strongly in your notoriety, your stature in life, gaining exposure, perhaps career-related matters. It could be, those are some ways that this could manifest. And also, too, you might find yourself having more verbose type conversations with 10th house people at this time, but at the same time, guard against becoming it might be a time where gossiping might affect your reputation. So just be careful as far as that goes at this time. Anyway, last but not least, as far as May goes, Venus will be in Aries from the 1st until the 15th, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. This could be about getting money for some kind of Aries surgical matter. It could be something with the head or the face. It might be about expressing angry sentiments, perhaps at someone you're in an intimate relationship with or sexual relationship with, and also about valuing a lot of courage, fortitude, and assertiveness, perhaps in making a major change or transformation, dealing with a crisis. And if you're unattached at this time, Virgo, you might could be a time where you might connect with an Aries sun, moon, or ascendant person that you want in a very deep relationship with, something that's not a superficial connection. And it could also be about at this time, it could be spending money very aggressively, very impulsively on 8th house matters. It could be matters with insurance, or it could be a shared resources, perhaps situation, or on a someone you're in a sexual or intimate relationship with. And so anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Virgo May 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time. I'll be giving you my Virgo May 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.